Have you ever noticed a gate open? When everything else is locked, it was past midnight. Terminal lights were dim, like half the place had already given up. My flight was delayed again. No staff at the counter, just a blinking screen. Gate 32 wasn't on my boarding pass, but the display above it was on. It showed my flight number, same destination, same time. I stood there a while, no one else around. The chairs near it were empty. Too empty, like they'd been moved back on purpose. I checked my phone. The airline app still said Gate 18, but behind me, the speaker clicked. Just a small sound. Then silence again. I turned back. Gate 32 screen flickered. My name was on it, just mine. No boarding group, no other passengers listed. I stepped closer, slow like I didn't want the floor to notice. The glass doors were slightly open, not wide, just enough. Cold air slipped through. Didn't feel like airport air. I looked behind me, still no one. The chairs were the same. But now, one was turned toward me. I don't remember it being like that. I'm sure it wasn't. The speaker clicked again, closer this time. A voice tried to come through. It broke halfway. Final. Call. Then it stopped. Like it forgot the rest. I leaned toward the gate, just to see inside. The tunnel was dark. No lights down the corridor. But something moved. Not walking, just shifting. I stepped back. My shoe made a loud sound. Too loud for an empty terminal. The movement stopped. Like it heard me, I waited, counting my breaths without meaning to. Nothing came out, nothing came forward. I still wonder if anyone else saw it. I pulled out my phone, tried recording. The screen lagged, like the camera didn't want to focus. I lowered it. That's when the display changed again. Just like that. No announcement this time. The glass doors started to close. Slow, steady. I moved forward. I don't know why. My hand reached the gap. Cold metal brushed my skin. Inside. Something stepped back. Not fully seen. Just the outline shifting deeper. Like it didn't want me to see it clearly. But it knew I was there. The doors shut. Soft click. The screen went black. I stood there. Longer than I should have. Then the speaker came alive again. Clear this time. Passenger has boarded. I froze. I hadn't moved. My phone buzzed. Notification from the airline. Boarding complete. Gate 18. I looked down the terminal. People were there again. Staff walking. Normal sounds returning. I turned back. Gate 32 was gone. Not closed. Gone. Just a blank wall, like it was never built. But the floor, my footprints stopped at the door. And inside, there was another set, walking away. Some things don't stay where they happen. Why did the reflection blink when I didn't? It was a layover. 3 hours past midnight. The restroom near Gate 9 was empty. Or it looked empty. Lights were flickering slightly. Just enough to feel wrong. I walked in. Footsteps echoed more than they should. The mirrors ran along the wall. Too many of them. I stopped at the sink. Turned the tap on. Water came out slow. Like it was tired. I looked up. My reflection looked normal. Same jacket. Same tired face. But something felt delayed. Like it wasn't keeping up. I moved my hand. It followed, but late. Just a second. Maybe less. I blinked. It blinked after. I leaned closer. Closer than I needed to. My reflection leaned too, but its eyes didn't focus on me. They looked slightly past me, over my shoulder. I turned around. Nothing there. Empty stalls, closed doors. When I faced the mirror again, it was already looking at me, not catching up, just there. The lights flickered harder, buzzing now. I stepped back. My shoe scraped loud. The reflection didn't move. Not at first, then it adjusted, too quickly. I don't know how to explain that. I moved left. It followed perfectly. No delay, no mistake. Like it learned. The stall behind me creaked. A door shifted open slightly. I turned, nothing inside. But I heard breathing. Not mine. I stepped away from the mirror. Slow, careful. When I looked back, it hadn't stepped away. It was still at the sink. Closer than I was. I felt my chest tighten. Not panic. Just something off. I raised my hand from where I stood. The reflection didn't. It kept both hands on the sink. Water was still running there, but mine was off. I could hear it. Different sound. Heavier. Thicker. The reflection tilted its head, just slightly, like it was curious. Then it smiled, just a little. I didn't. I stepped back more. Until I hit the door, the handle was cold. I didn't turn it yet. The mirror version leaned forward, face closer to the glass. Its mouth moved. No sound came out. But I knew it said something. The lights went out, just for a second, when they came back. I was at the sink, hands on the edge, water running. I jerked back, heart skipping. The mirror showed me again, normal. No delay, no smile. Just me. I backed out of the restroom. Didn't look back. The hallway felt louder. Safer, maybe. I checked my phone. 3 missed minutes. I don't remember standing there that long. Later on the plane, I used my phone camera, front facing, just to check. Everything looked normal until I blinked because on the screen, my reflection blinked first. There are others like this. I just don't talk about them. Do you ever hear footsteps that stop when you stop? It was early morning. Airport almost empty. I was walking towards security, just me and a cleaning cart somewhere far off. The floor was polished, too clean. Every step echoed, clear and sharp. Then I heard another, right behind mine, same rhythm, same spacing. I slowed down, so did it. I stopped, silence. I turned around, nothing there, long hallway. No one. I kept walking, a little faster. The second set came back, matching perfectly. I tried changing pace, quick steps. It adjusted instantly, no lag. My breathing got louder. I could hear it in my ears. I turned again, still nothing. The lights overhead flickered once, then held steady. I moved closer to the wall, just to hear better. The footsteps followed, still behind me, not beside, not ahead, always behind. I don't know why I kept walking, but I did. The security checkpoint was empty. No guards, the machines were on, but no one there. The footsteps stopped, right at the line. I stepped forward, through the scanner, no beep, no sound. On the other side, they started again. Closer now. I didn't turn this time, I just kept moving. I still wonder if anyone else heard it. The hallway curved slightly. No mirrors, no windows, just walls and lights. The footsteps got heavier, not louder, heavier, like they had weight now. I slowed again. They didn't. They kept coming, closing the gap. I stopped completely. They took one more step, right behind me. I felt it. Not touch, just presence. I turned slowly, careful. Nothing there. But the air shifted, like something moved past me. Ahead now. The footsteps started in front. Same rhythm. I followed, without thinking. They led me toward a closed gate. No number on it. Just a dark doorway. The steps went inside, then stopped. I stood there, not moving. The lights dimmed slightly, enough to blur edges. I stepped forward. One step. Inside, it was colder. The tunnel stretched out. No plane visible, just darkness ahead. Then I heard it again, behind me. I turned fast, too fast, nothing. But the sound stayed. Closer than before, I backed up. My heel hit something. I looked down. Footprints, not mine. They started at the doorway and ended right where I stood, facing me. The lights flickered again, longer this time. When they came back, the footprints were closer, one step closer. I didn't move. I couldn't. Another flicker, closer again. Right at my feet now. The next step didn't show on the ground. I felt it instead, right behind me. Breath. Almost. When I ran, the footsteps ran too, perfectly in sync again. But when I stopped near the main terminal, they didn't. They kept going, past me, into the crowd that suddenly existed again. People walking, talking, no one noticing. But I saw it, because the footsteps kept moving without anyone there. Stories like this don't just happen once. There are more.